Hey, Mr. President, how are you?
You know I'm not taking any questions tonight. You know that. I'm here for a student meeting.
How would I know that, sir? I just wanted to follow up on my other question about when the last time the university tested the drinking water here was. Do you have any idea? I asked you just the other day when the university had last tested the drinking water. Have you looked into it since then? Is this a matter of concern for the university?
This is a night for the students. Get that?
I'm sorry, please. I'm just asking questions. When was the last time the university tested the drinking water that the students are drinking?
The answer's down here.
You have the answers for me? Do you? Okay, because I've been asking the president. He doesn't seem to know. Tony,
How are you?
How are you?
Did you want an answer or not?
Yeah, I asked that guy Brian. He told me, he promised me an answer, and he's walking away with the president.
I'm the guy who would have that answer.
When's the last time they tested the drinking water?
We don't test the drinking water.
Okay, Rutgers does not test the drinking water.
It does not test the drinking water, Charlie. Here,
Okay.
can I explain to you?
Please.
Okay, so here's the deal. We test for lead in the water according to what statute requires us to do, right? So depending on, so statute says we have to test for daycare centers and certain other areas. That's where we test on a regular basis. If there's some anomaly somewhere,
So you do
we will
test drinking water, just
We
not for
test it
this in
according
the
to law.
dorms.
We don't test it where we're not required to test it. We don't do it.
You do the bare minimum.
It's not the
No,
bare minimum. We do what the
exactly
law
what the
requires us to do.
Exactly what the law requires.
Have
Okay.
you ever talked to Mark McLean? From
No, I don't know who that is.
So, Charlie, why don't you reach out to me?
How are you guys? Looking for
Also,
your
why
ride?
don't you
Yes.
reach out to me? I
Okay.
will hook you up with Mark McLean.
That guy Brian told me he'd get back to me. He didn't get back
I
to
can't
me.
answer. So reach out to me. I will hook you up with Mark McLean, who works for me, environmental health and safety.
Okay.
He will share.
I've probably seen him
all
before,
The
yeah.
probably all the info you need on this. Trust me. Nobody's hiding
We released
anything
it to
here.
the press.
Yes, I did an interview with the Philadelphia Inquirer on this. It's not a secret.
All
So I
the
will
major
give
press
you,
outlets know
reach
this.
out to me, and I will hook you up with Mark. Mark is the guy. First
The
of all,
test results and the contaminants
he
you tested
does,
for
this
and all
is
that.
what he does. This is what we do at Rutgers. We, whatever the law requires us to do. I'm sorry, I'm looking to figure out what these cars are double parked here for. Whatever the law requires us to do, that's what we do. So we're in compliance. The problem with testing for things like lead, I'm assuming you're talking about lead, right? Is that for the most part, because that's a big issue
the latest
today.
latest violation was TTHM,
Okay,
but you know,
so if we
I'm
look
just
at lead,
asking
for
what the
instance, right.
protocol
If you
is.
look at lead, for instance, the problem with the issue is that we don't have a population that's at risk for lead. So for us to put resources into going around and testing every single water source is really a bad use of our resources. We're almost better off putting resources, and we do, into education versus into testing, because our population isn't at risk.
So did
I'll look you
Rowan
up
make
with
a
Mark.
mistake by finding lead in their water?
That's
Or?
really.
I mean, they
I
did
don't
the
know.
testing.
Is this, are you,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you
recording.
this?
I am.
Charlie, shouldn't you ask someone before you do that? Or at least tell them that you're doing
You're
it.
public officials. I think everybody knows I'm recording what's going on. I record people's
I
actions.
just wanted to make sure that you're being honest.
If you prefer, I don't. We could go off the record, but I'm just.
I
you
just
know,
wanted Tony to know how you operate.
of course.
So reach out to me.
I will,
Drop me
sir.
an email. I'll hook you up with Mark.
How about the
and
housing
they'll
with
take care of
asbestos?
that.
Is there housing with asbestos at Rutgers?
Of course we have housing with asbestos. There's asbestos in every building in the state of New Jersey, practically built before 1980, 1979.
Okay. Is
that
there
goes without
a
saying.
plan to address it? Or?
Oh, we address it on a regular basis. And here's the problem. Here's the issue with asbestos. If it's not friable, there's no danger to it. The only health danger with asbestos is if it's friable. In other words, if it's in a dust form or becomes in a dust form. If it's not, there's
Best
no
to leave it
danger.
alone.
Actually, that is the best course of action. And in many cases, it's great fireproofing. It is the best fireproofing there is asbestos. So it's the product, you know, as it was developed, that's what it was developed for. In a friable state, no, not at all. So we abate on a regular basis. Again, Mark can give you all the protocols, what we do, how we do it. We're regularly, we get audited by the state, of course, because that's part of what they do. It's not an issue. We have nothing to hide, Charlie.